They say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Lord, thank you for the food we are about to receive.
It's wise advice.
Yes!
Yeah?
When judging people, too. Youth.
Wow, you look amazing.
Good looks.
You spoil me.
And charm can mask evil intentions. On the University of New Mexico campus in 1979, engineering student Andy Segata shows the ropes to his younger sister, Sue.
It looks like your next lecture's just in here.
Thanks, I'd been last 5 times by now.
What are Big Brothers for?
He was basically the oldest in the family, so he was, the leader, the teacher, always caring for us.
Kind and clever Andy is a good catch for someone. Glamorous marketing student, 21-year-old Lisa Baca, thinks she's that someone.
Are you okay?
I am. Look at me.
I'm so sorry.
Lisa was very single-minded. She would laser lock on something and she would go for it without a doubt, like a heat-seeking missile.
I'm gonna marry you, Andy Segata.
Within weeks, Lisa has their whole life mapped out.
Leave it.
It could be important.
More important than me.
And it doesn't include Andy's friends or family.
It's probably Mom. She's hoping we'll come visit this weekend.
I've got an assignment due.
I want to meet you, honey.
I just want to be with you. Alone.
Lisa wanted to be the only one in Andy's life.
Just months later, they are married and start building their life together.
He was very much in love with her, I thought, which was okay for me. I would accept her too, if that's what he wanted.
But it means Andy is torn between his wife and his family.
Hello? Hey, sis. Yeah, sure. See you soon.
I was actually over to his apartment twice and only let in once.
She's just getting the vacuum cleaner.
She's not coming in.
Sue felt that Lisa was deliberately trying to come between the sibling bond that they had.
Hey, sis. I'll, carry you to the car.
She thought it was odd.
Andy lives by Lisa's rules, but still struggles to keep her happy.
Ugh, I'm starving.
The little things in life set her off.
No!
What?
Are you a complete idiot?
Lisa had gone absolutely nuclear when he'd emptied the dishwasher wrongly.
So she took all the dishes out of the cupboard and threw them at him.
Nine months after their wedding, the honeymoon is well and truly over.
How bad is it?
I said, how you do? And he goes, well, not great.
You've got to divorce her before it gets worse.
I can't get a divorce.
He was in love with his wife, and he thought that they could work things out, and he didn't want a divorce.
All marriages have ups and downs. In 2017, on the Fort Carson Army Base in Colorado, things are looking up for one military couple. 21-year-old Kamaya Hassel is planning a night of celebration.
Wow, you look amazing.
Her soldier husband, Tyrone, is up for promotion.
Well,
Sergeant Tyrone Hassel, reporting for duty, ma'am.
For someone at that age to be a sergeant that fast shows that you have excellent leadership skills.
Bought us a nice bottle of champagne, and I was gonna cook a nice dinner.
To achieve his goals, Tyrone runs a tight unit.
I meant let's go out.
Come on, baby. I'm tired, and I'll cook up a nice dinner.
I'm all dressed up.
Yeah, we'll celebrate at home.
A little too tight for fun-loving Kamaya.
And as time went on, is when she started to feel like she wanted more. She was in the bathroom. Her phone was going off. So he picked up her phone and he looked in her phone. When he looked in her phone, he seen, "I want to see you. Can I come see you?"
Kamaya is looking for excitement outside the home.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy? Who is this that you talking to saying they want to come see you? Why is he saying that?
Oh, he's just private in my unit.
The messages are from 24-year-old Private Jeremy Kuehler.
So he asked her about it. Who is this guy? Who is this that you talking to saying they want to come see you? Why is he saying that? She said, "Oh, I don't know why he's saying that, babe. I don't know why." Guess they hashed it out and just left it alone.
In the summer of 2018, Tyrone and Kamaya are deployed to South Korea. Married soldiers can live together, but they don't.
It's so hot.
Once we got to Korea, I asked him, "So where's your wife at?" "Oh, she stays over in this building."
Kamaya is in the same barracks as Private Jeremy Kuehler.
Tyrone, is that you?
Who else?
He would go over there and he would call me back 15 minutes later.
Thought we'd go out and grab a bite to eat.
Hey, I was sound asleep. This heat's getting to me.
You want company?
Tomorrow.
Sure.
I was like, "I thought you were spending time with your wife." She said she not letting me in her room. And to me, I was kind of odd, like, huh?
The illicit lovers may fool Tyrone, but on a busy army base, secrets don't survive for long.
I seen Kamaya and Jeremy, and they were real close. It was a little too close for comfort for me.
Tyrone's friend, Sergeant Mark Burks, tries to warn him.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, do you know who your wife is?
She's meant to be coming over.
Yeah, you should talk to her, man.
Why? Everything okay?
Just talk to her.
I was like, "Well, you need to call and check, because I'm looking at her right now, and I'm right here, and she's with Jeremy."
Yes?
Hey, where are you?
I'll be there soon.
You're meant to be around 6.
Honestly, whatever, Tyrone.
The illicit affair continues for months, but Tyrone does nothing.
I felt like sometimes he knew what was going on, but he was so in love with her, he just felt like everything was gonna be okay once we got back home.
A loving spouse will do whatever it takes to save their marriage. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, Andy Segata agrees to a trial separation. But his wife, Lisa, wants her freedom for a different reason. She wants someone new.
She started revising her future, and it didn't include Andy.
Lisa hooks up with David Meade.
was a snappy dresser, great-looking guy, great body, no prospects in terms of money.
I love being with you. But we need money.
Lisa wants the good things in life, but her new man isn't likely to deliver. On the other hand, her husband has graduated from college and scored a well-paying job.
He had the nice car, he had an apartment, he had a good job. It was security.
Andy has also recently purchased life insurance.
Hey, I've got an idea. He had just taken out the $180,000 life insurance policy, double indemnity.
Lisa decides after a couple of months to go back with Andy. Oh, I love it. And she knew she could get him back.
You spoil me.
He's really trying hard to make the marriage work. He's trying everything he can do to accommodate Lisa.
I'm just so glad you're back.
But there's something she's not telling.
Although Lisa went back with Andy at her insistence, she never gave up David.
On the night of March 30th, 1981, she has Andy right where she wants him.
She told Andy she had a paper due in one of her psychology classes.
And would he take her to his office so that she could use the typewriter at his office to type the paper?
Sorry, this must be really boring for you.
Hey, if it means spending more time with you, babe, I'm in.
Well, it means a lot. I really need those credits. Right, done.
Andy's first mistake is to trust his wife.
Lisa, I'm so glad you're back.
So am I.
His second, having double indemnity life insurance.
Hey, stop! Run! Run!
Andy tells Lisa to run. His first thought is for her safety.
They're attacking my husband! They're killing him!
Well, she ended up at a nearby convenience store.
Just tells him that her husband is being attacked by two guys.
911, what's your emergency?
Give me the police, please.
He was straddling Andy and violently stabbing time after time after time.
After 44 blows with a Bowie knife, the assailant screws up.
He missed on one occasion and he stabbed himself. It was a big knife, and the stab wound to the leg happened to sever the artery.
Now there are two victims.
He's bleeding out. He's gonna die there if he doesn't get assistance.
Andy!
But soon, Lisa has more to worry about.
Lisa!
And when she saw David, she clearly did not expect that.
Andy!
Lisa might as well written and signed her own confession for the way she acted at the death scene.
The whole thing was just a complete fail.
Lisa's lover, David Mead, is exposed as the killer before the police even arrive.
He must have been mesmerized by her and what he believed he was going to have with her.
Instead, David receives a permanent disability.
The damage was so severe that they couldn't save the leg, so they amputated the leg above the knee.
So, the million-dollar question: was the killer eliminating his competition, or was he put up to it?
I do know David. We had an affair.
She starts to throw David under the bus.
I dumped him. I went back to my husband.
She made up the story that David was a jilted lover, and when she told him that she no longer wanted to be with him, so he decided to kill her husband.
He's been stalking me.
It's a convincing argument until good police work traces the origin of the murder weapon.
The salesperson who sold them the knife remembered the two of them, and Lisa actually paid for the knife. David didn't.
In 1982, David Mead is found guilty of second-degree murder. He is sentenced to 12 years.
I don't think he would have even thought of this if it wasn't that he was wanting her in that way.
Lisa Segata is also convicted of second-degree murder and solicitation to commit murder. She receives 16 years. With good behavior, Lisa serves only half her sentence. But her freedom is short-lived.
Justice can be served in many ways. Lisa died 2 years after leaving prison of causes unknown.
In Michigan, after a 9-month deployment in South Korea, military couple Tyrone and Kamaya Hassel are back on U.S. soil.
Just grab one of these. Wait until it's done.
I can't wait.
On New Year's Eve 2018, Tyrone celebrates with his family.
I was cooking some chicken and meatballs and some sides, a bunch of stuff, just finger food, party food.
I'm just gonna call my wife.
All right, son.
Missing the party is Kamaya, who's chosen to stay at home with their young son. Devoted Tyrone still looks after them.
You okay?
Hey. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm kind of hungry, though.
You should see the food. Not a noodle in sight.
Oh, hey, can you bring us the plate?
Yeah, sure.
See you soon. Bye.
Clapped his hands together, rubbed his hands together, and he was like, boy, I'm gonna take her this chicken. I can't wait till this chicken's done.
Just gonna take some food back to Kamaya.
All right, make sure you're back in Port 12, huh?
I was like, just hurry up back. I don't want you out there at midnight.
Stop worrying. Just don't finish the food before I get back.
I looked at the clock and he had plenty of time to make it there and make it back.
Hallelujah, I'm starving.
Anything for my queen?
Thank you, baby.
And my little man? Okay. Love you.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you later, little man.
But Tyrone doesn't get to see in the new year.
Wait here. I'll be back.
Kamaya is first to reach Tyrone. She calls 911.
I need help. I need help. My husband's been shot. He's been shot.
And Tyrone's father.
And she was like, Tyrone got shot, Tyrone got shot. She was saying it and I couldn't understand it. So I was like, calm down, what are you saying? And
he rushes to the scene from the nearby party and arrives at the same time as the paramedics.
I knew right there my son wasn't gonna make it because I seen the damage that was done.
He'd been shot 3 times in the head.
Father and widow are united in their grief.
It was so tragic, she was just lost. Like she was screaming and crying and screaming and crying.
Investigators struggle to find a motive for Tyrone's murder.
Law enforcement wasn't able to find a single thing that would make you think that somebody wanted Tyrone dead.
They even consider he may have been the victim of mistaken identity, until Kamaya's lover Jeremy brags to an army buddy.
This person knew that Tyrone had been killed during holiday break, and Jeremy was telling him that he did it.
This is no mistake. This is an assassination. And the mastermind is the grieving widow herself.
Get here now. He's on his way.
Kamaya orchestrates the entire murder.
Jeremy was away in the shadows, waiting for Tyrone to come out of the house. He's got his head down and his jacket up, and he's running to his truck, which is just steps away. The first shot had to have been very close, as it was right in the center of his forehead.
Incredibly, Tyrone survives the first bullet. Kamaya's faithful hitman finishes the job like a professional.
Tyrone didn't make it to New Year's Day 2019 because his wife didn't want him to.
Kamaya wants a new life, but not as a divorcee. She wants to be a wealthy widow. Tyrone's life is worth $500,000 in life insurance and death benefits.
She did it for the money, the greed, to take him out and collect his insurance check.
But there will be no shopping spree. Jeremy's army buddy goes to the police. Jeremy soon confesses. But Kamaya isn't giving up.
Is Jeremy Kuehler your lover?
No.
The master manipulator thinks she can beat a lie detector test.
Do you know who murdered Tyrone Hassel?
No.
I don't believe you're being truthful with me.
I didn't think it would get shot.
She can't.
I don't want this to happen. I just thought.
It takes just 90 minutes for Kamaya to confess.
It was a 50-50 thing. We were in on it together.
In 2019, Jeremy Kuehler pleads guilty to second-degree murder and is sentenced to 65 to 90 years.
Jeremy was very remorseful. He was sorry. He kept apologizing. He definitely mentioned that he didn't want to do it, but Kamaya was basically wanting it done so bad.
Kamaya Hassel is convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. She is sentenced to life, no chance of parole.
I have not gotten a word from Kamaya through anybody. She has showed no sign of remorse, no sign of being sorry. She hasn't said anything.
Falling in love is one of the most intense feelings we can ever experience.
So beautiful.
But when love is blind, you can be oblivious to a sweetheart's bad habits.
I've already done it.
Or true nature. In Winston-Salem, North Carolina, young lovers 21-year-old Brent Poole and 18-year-old Renee Summy are sure they're a perfect match.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
They met in high school and started dating in high school and had been together for many years.
Okay, you can look now.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
By the late 1990s, teenage romance blossoms into a grown-up proposal.
She got pregnant And as a result, Brent obviously wanted to do the honorable thing, and quite frankly, was really excited about having a child.
I want to be a mommy.
I mean, they loved each other. They thought it would last.
Within a year, Renee is a married, stay-at-home mom. Brent, a talented mechanic, is determined to be a good provider.
I feel bad leaving you on your own.
Don't be. It's okay. I know that you're doing this for us.
When Renee met Brent, she hit the jackpot. He was a hard-working guy. He was a little bit older than she was. He was working double shifts.
Now go on. You don't want to be late.
And he was committed to provide for Renee, for his daughter, to the point that, he'd work as much as necessary.
Having a child cements Renee and Brent's relationship. But the tragic death of a toddler tears another couple apart. In Santa Barbara County in 1993, Angelina Fuller is home alone with her 13-month-old daughter, Alicia, when the unthinkable happens.
She laid the baby down for a nap.
Come on, sleepyhead.
And when she went in there, she saw the backing plate of the pacifier laying next to the baby, and the nipple was missing.
The rubber nipple has lodged in baby Alicia's throat,
Alicia!
suffocating her.
Alicia! Alicia!
Angelina wants justice. She sues the manufacturer.
They settled for, I believe, about $750,000.
But money can't soothe a parent's grief. Angelina and her husband divorce. Angelina starts a new life in San Luis Obispo, California. While working at a boot camp for wayward teens, co-worker Frank Rodriguez catches her eye.
It's before, okay? Now we read some of the gospel according to Matthew together. Do you remember?
Everybody loved Frank, but he was a saint, just a super guy, very, very religious guy.
Forgiveness, okay? So I want you to go back in there and I want you to step up, okay?
Frank's marriage has just ended.
All right. Okay, good stuff.
The 41-year-old finds himself drawn to Angelina's charm.
She was a very outgoing person, very talkative person, seemed very intelligent.
How did it go?
Yeah, not bad. They got some issues to get over, but they'll get there. They're good kids.
Yeah.
Just 3 months after meeting, the couple marry.
They moved down to Montebello, where they rented a house after being married.
But the honeymoon period is short-lived. Once again, Angelina is plagued by bad luck. A gas leak fills their house with dangerous fumes. Frank narrowly escapes disaster.
Frank had smelled gas, and the gas company had found out that the connection to the dryer had been loosened and was leaking gas.
Frank thinks he's the luckiest man alive.
Lord, thank you for the food we are about to receive. And thank you for protecting us against the gas leak.
But Angelina is not the devoted Christian wife she seems.
Within a few short months, she started growing tired of Frank. Angelina was having an affair with a gentleman by the name of Matt.
Angelina isn't the only new wife looking for excitement. Just weeks after becoming a mom, Renee Poole loses interest in caring for her baby girl.
Renee? Renee! How can you just leave it fire like that?
So Renee has a 1-month-old baby at home, and she decides she's gonna go to work. What is she gonna do?
Renee!
She's always crying.
She gets a job as a stripper at the Silver Fox.
Are you going somewhere?
I got a job.
A job? What job?
A high-paying one.
And she didn't do it because she needed the money. She did it because she liked it.
Renee reveals her true colors to strangers, leaving her husband home holding the baby.
At heart, Renee is an exhibitionist. Look at me, look at me. Everybody, look at me.
Yeah, you look good out there.
At the front of the line is computer technician, 28-year-old John Fraser.
John showered her with attention, and that's what she craved.
I think we should get ourselves a room.
Yeah. Let's go.
Follow me.
Brent has no idea his wife is fooling around.
It's open.
I thought it'd never leave.
There wasn't anything Renee wouldn't do if it made her feel good.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Renee had a very high sex drive. Not only was she having an affair with John Fraser, she was also having another affair with another person at the same time.
What are you up to? Are you up for some fun?
The most important thing in Renee's life was Renee and what she wanted to do at the time she wanted to do it. Nothing else mattered.
But soon, Renee's secret life is exposed.
Hello?
I had your wife last night. She couldn't get enough of me.
Who is this?
She loves it when I grab hold of her.
Brent received a phone call to say that I've been sleeping with your wife.
You are such a loser.
Okay. Who are you?
She's gonna be mine, I promise you.
No, give me a name.
Who was that?
You said he was with you last night.
Oh, don't be.
No, don't! Don't you lie to me.
I'm so sorry, Brent. I made a mistake, but it's over.
He didn't give up on her, despite many very good reasons to sort of throw the towel in. He didn't do it.
He's a forgiving man. He's got a daughter. He wants to make the marriage work. I forgive you. Just stop the behavior, please. But let's move on from this. Let's continue. That's the kind of guy Brent is.
In Montebello, Southern California, Angelina Rodriguez covers her cheating ways perfectly.
You poor thing. What are you doing sitting up?
Even playing the dutiful wife when husband Frank suddenly becomes sick.
And there we go. How are you feeling?
She had actually taken him to the hospital. They basically diagnosed him as having the flu.
Yeah.
Despite Angelina nursing him with sports drinks,
The doctor said you need more fluids. Come on.
Frank's illness goes from bad to worse.
He'd have felt lousy like he had the flu.
All right. All right.
Vomiting, muscle aches and pains, weakness, lethargy,
Come on, I need you.
kind of drifting off.
There you go.
Nobody realizes just how serious Frank's illness is. Until on September 9th, 2000, just 5 months after their wedding, Angelina Rodriguez wakes to a nightmare.
She found him on the floor in the bedroom.
Angelina calls 911.
She explained to them that he'd been sick. She had taken him to the doctor and that type of stuff.
Police are at a loss as to how an otherwise healthy 41-year-old could die from the flu. But then Angelina gets a mysterious phone call.
I received a call. He said he knew who killed Frank.
An unknown caller had called her and said that he had killed Frank and that never be able to prove it, and they used antifreeze.
He said to tell them to check for antifreeze.
An autopsy soon reveals the caller is correct.
Or equivalent amounts of 5 to 6 shots.
Antifreeze.
Yeah, he said if they test him, they find it's there, then they'll...
The call helps police prove Frank's death is murder.
When did you get this call?
Last night.
But there's one problem.
All right, well, thank you for coming in. We'll be sure to check that out.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Then we checked her phone records and we realized that she did not receive a phone call that day during that time on her phone. No call, it was made up.
No call came in, but police find hundreds of calls out to Angelina's lover. When detectives question him, they make a shocking discovery.
You know, I'm not really, always sneaking around.
On one occasion, when Angelina had come up to visit him and stay with him,
Oh, we don't have to do it for that much longer.
What are you gonna do?
I've already done
What have you done?
it. I left the gas on in the garage.
she made a comment that, you know, maybe by the time she gets home, the house would have exploded and Frank would be dead.
The gas leak was no accident. Angelina didn't want her husband, but she wanted his money, including a $250,000 life insurance policy.
It was Angelina that wanted the higher policy amount off. Frank was a little bit reluctant to get that higher insurance, but eventually they did.
Just days after Frank's death, Angelina tries to cash in the policy. But without a cause of death, the insurance company won't release the funds. So Angelina made up the incriminating phone call.
She's very greed-driven and just a sick individual.
Angelina is arrested for the murder of her husband, Frank. In South Carolina, Brent Poole thinks his marriage woes are over. His wife, Renee, has organized a beach holiday to mark a special occasion.
Well, it's not over yet.
Renee comes up with an idea. Let's go celebrate our 3rd wedding anniversary.
You got it? Yeah.
Take long
Right
walks
there.
on the beach, nice dinners, and we'll just celebrate that we're still together.
On June 9th, 1998, Brent isn't thinking about Renee's infidelity.
So beautiful.
Brent didn't care what Renee did or had done or was doing. He just wanted her back.
Brent always wanted to go out on the beach and have sex on the beach. And that's what they did.
Out of your mind. No. That was fun, though.
I want more of that thing. They were on their way back, walking to their hotel. They started noticing a figure in the sand dunes that appeared to be watching them.
Fun, though.
I want more of that thing. This individual catches up to him and pulls a gun out.
Hand it over. Hand over everything. Okay.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He takes all their jewelry, watches, money, everything they have.
Instead of saving her marriage, Renee watches it end. The first responders are confused by Renee's composure.
So, can you tell me what happened?
Well, he made us lie down over here.
There?
Right here, yeah.
Renee's demeanor at the time was just very nonchalant. She was not crying.
He came in from over there, but he was all in black, so I didn't see much.
We all noticed right off the bat that the person supposedly had made them lay down in the sand, but she had no sand on her at all.
It happened so quick.
Her husband had just been shot, but she had absolutely no blood or dishevelment about her at all.
Why would someone kill her husband and then just leave her there?
He just was all in black and...
That looks like a targeted victim to anyone.
Police have every reason to be suspicious.
The three major motivators of murder are sex, revenge, and money.
Brent's death will deliver Renee a hefty life insurance payout.
She was gained to an amount of about $100,000. She wanted the money and she wanted to be free of Brent, and the best way to do it was to get rid of him.
You should leave him.
And it doesn't take long to find Renee's not-so-secret lover.
My lawyer thinks I'm gonna lose custody.
What are you gonna do?
I need your help. You can fix this.
She understood that she could so wholly manipulate John that anything really she asked him to do, he was so committed he would find a way to do it.
When the police investigate John Fraser, they get their first breakthrough. They find telltale notes in his house.
He had comments that were suggestive of, and he knew the dates of the vacation, he knew where they were going to be.
Then the police find two witnesses who saw the shooter on the beach the night of the murder.
Renee, why do you think he didn't shoot you?
Ultimately, law enforcement was able to create a photo lineup, which included John Fraser. And positively identify him as the person they saw.
Confronted with damning evidence, Renee, as always, thinks only of number one.
I know it's John Fraser who shot Brett. Because I have an ongoing, passionate relationship with John. And it was him. He shot my husband.
Finally, she said, well, I didn't, we talked about it, but I didn't believe he would do it.
But she can't fool the jury. John and Renee both go down for murder.
The only tears that Renee ever shed was when the guilty verdict came down.
In 2000, John Fraser is found guilty of armed robbery, conspiracy to commit murder, and murder. He's serving 30 years in prison.
I believe it's fair to say John Fraser was a dupe. I don't know that he would have ever conceived of such a thing on his own. He absolutely was handled by Renee.
Renee Poole is convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and murder. She's sentenced to life without parole. Renee will die behind bars.
She wanted what she wanted, and that was everything that she and Brent had, with the exception of Brent.
The most important important person in Renee's life was the woman staring back at her in the mirror.
And it's greed that drives Angelina Rodriguez to poison her husband. Investigators dig deeper and discover Angelina has received a life insurance payout on another family member, her baby daughter, Alicia.
Angelina had actually taken out a $50,000 life insurance policy on Alicia prior to her death.
In October 2003, Angelina Rodriguez is found guilty of first-degree murder of her husband, Frank. During the penalty phase, the prosecution introduces evidence that Angelina killed her toddler daughter.
There was no way that a child could suck on a pacifier and have it pull away from the base of the pacifier and lodge in somebody's throat.
The jury sentences Angelina to death. She is currently on death row.
I think, but once they heard strong evidence that she had killed their 13-month-old baby back in '93, again for money, I don't think it was that difficult for most.